Hi there, we are continuing learning how to solve the Rubik's Cube using the CFOP method. We have already learned how to work out the first two layers. If you haven't learned how to work out the first two layers, F to L, I have done a video about it. I will attach the link down below. And in this video, we are going to learn the next step, that is working the top face. And with that, we do a process called OLL. So let's get into it. So the ultimate goal of OLL is to ensure that you have solved the top layer so that it can be all yellow like you see in this case. And by doing this, you can be able to do what you call a full OLL, that is using one algorithm. After finishing the F2L, you just do one more algorithm to solve the yellow top. By that, you require to learn 57 algorithms to solve 57 possibilities that come up after you've solved the F2L. So for many beginners, you cannot be able to take all that in one go. So what we usually do is that we break down that one algorithm into two steps of what we call two-look OLL. And two-look OLL, this is how it does. The first step is to solve the yellow cross. And to solve the yellow cross, you just need to learn only 3 algorithms. And then you need to learn 7 more algorithms to solve 7 possibilities that will help you solve the 4 corners. So that simplifies all that process from 57 algorithms to only 10 algorithms. And that's what we are going to learn today. We are going to learn how to solve OLL using two-look method. So after solving F to L, you are going to encounter these 3 scenarios. The first one, you'll get a yellow line like this one. This is called a yellow line. You can also encounter what you call a hook. So remember, we are concentrating on the edges. The yellow cross works the edges. So you can get what you call a hook or a small letter R, or the last one is a dot, whereby the 4 edges do not have yellow. So when you have a line like this one, what you usually do is that you have to orient this line horizontally like this, and then you hold it like this. You do F, you do a sexy R, U, R prime, U prime, and then you do F prime, and that one will give you a yellow cross. Again, forget about the corners, you're concentrating on the edges here. In the scenario whereby you have a hook, that is 2 edges like this, ensure that they are oriented this way, whereby they form a small letter R. This is what we call a hook. And for the hook, it's similar to line, but you start with wide F, you do sexy, which is R, U, R prime, U prime, and then you undo the wide F using wide F prime. And that's where you are going to get the yellow cross. In an instance whereby you get only a dot, that is only the yellow part is at the center, there are no yellows at the edges. So you have to do 2 steps. That is, the first one, you do like we did the hook, that is wide F, sexy, and then wide F prime. That one will give you a yellow line. Again, orient the yellow that way. Do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, that is sexy, and then F prime. And with that, you get the yellow cross. So those are the first 3 algorithms of solving yellow cross, from a dot, a hook, and a line. So now let's go to the next step, which is the second look, that solves the corners to be all yellow. So in that instant, you're going to be encountered by 7 possibilities of yellow cross. And this is the first one, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the 6th, the 7th. So the first instant is what we call a Sune. This one is characterized by a shape that looks like a fish. Like this is the head of the fish, and these are the tail. So when you see this one, the head facing the left side and this yellow on the right, you do a move called a Sune. That is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. The other one also is a fish, but the head is facing the right side, yeah, and this yellow dot is on the left. So this one we do what we call an anti-Sune or a left Sune. So this is an opposite or an inverse of a Sune. So you do L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L prime, U2, L. Also, another way of doing an anti-Sune, that is a fish facing the right side, is when the head is facing still the right but the top, but this dot is still on the left hand. And this is how you solve this one. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R. So another yellow cross is this one. This one is characterized by having one side has two headlamps, the other side has two side lamps. This is called a pie case. So it's a yellow cross. One side has two headlamps, that is two yellows at the edge, at the corners. But these yellows, they are facing opposite sides. So this one we call them side lamps. So in this one you do a pie case, that is R, U2, R2, U prime, R2, U prime, R2, U2, R. Another instance is whereby you have the yellow cross, but on the side we have headlamps on both sides. Yeah, so this is headlamps, and on top is yellow cross. So this one you can do it in two ways. So the easiest step is the one that the headlamp is facing you, and this one you do F, then do 3 sexes, 1, 2, 3, and then undo the F using F prime. So the other way of solving the yellow cross and two headlamps, make sure that the headlamps are facing on the side, that is this one on the right, this one on the left, and then you do R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. So another instance is this one, whereby you have two bars, two lines like this, and the yellow corners are headlamps, like these ones, yeah? So make sure that these headlamps are facing you like this, and you do this algorithm. You start with R2, D, R prime, U2, R, D prime, R prime, U2, R prime. So the other instance is similar to the last one. So these are two bars, but the yellow corners are facing opposite. Like these are side lamps, two bars and side lamps, yeah. So what you do is that make sure that the side lamps are on your left hand. You hold the side lamps using your left hand, and then you do this move. You do wide R, U, R prime, U prime, wide R prime, F, R, F prime. And that is simply a wide sexy and a wide sledge. So you do a wide sexy, wide R, and then a wide sledgehammer. So this one we call diamonds. These are two diamonds attached to each other, yeah. So there is that one and that one, yeah. So for this one, how you solve it, you make sure that this yellow dot is on the right hand. It should not be this one, okay? So make sure that this one is the one that is facing you and it's on the right hand, yeah? And this one is similar to the last one, to the previous one that we have worked, in such that the last F prime, that's what you are going to start with. So you start with the F prime, and then you do wide sexy, And then you're going to do sledgehammer halfway, because the F prime that we started with, you're not going to do it here. So you do wide R, F, R. So those are the 10 algorithms that are used to solve OLL using two-look. That is 3 moves to solve the yellow cross or the edges, and the 7 to solve the corners. And after that, you'll have finished solving the top yellow layer. So in the next video, we are going to solve PLL. So see you in the next video.